Hi, my lovelies. I hope you are all well. Today, we are doing the third installment of our ocean healing journey together. So, we are literally doing a journey today. Now, for the journey itself, I recommend setting yourself up either at your altar or somewhere nice and quiet where you will not be disturbed, having low light, making sure that you are comfortable in however you are sitting, that you're not going to be too cool or too warm. You can certainly light some incense if that's something you like to do, and do some personal anointing if you have some of our ritual perfumes. But the one tool that you absolutely will need for this particular journey is your ocean healing grid. So you want to be close to that grid. If you have created your grid on a grid board and it's not in a position that is very appropriate for doing a journey, then you can just pick up that grid board and move it wherever it is that you would like to do the journey. Or if it's on your altar and you've got a comfortable chair next to that, or a puff or something you can sit on, then that is perfect. But you will need to have the crystal grid with you and to be able to see it. But apart from your crystal grid, you don't need any tools at all. Now, when it comes to our crystal grids and the PDF for that, and all of you creating them, loving your pictures in group, by the way, of all your beautiful, beautiful grids, I asked you to choose an intention for your grid, whether that be ocean healing as a whole, whether that be healing for the animals within the ocean, whether you wanted to focus on a specific species, whether you wanted to concentrate on the ocean floor and the coral reefs and the plant life that is at the bottom of the ocean. So what you chose as your personal intention is going to have an impact on the journey that we are about to take together, because we are going to actually place our crystal grid on the bottom of the ocean and send that energy out. So not only have your grid there, but have your own intention in the back of your mind as we go into journey space. Now, to just bring ourselves into present time, really making ourselves aware of our space and our energy, take a deep breath in, hold that breath, and release. Hold, breathe in, hold, release. Hold, inhale through the nose, hold, and audibly release. Now, with your eyes still open, bring your focus to your crystal grid. Take a look at the generator, the crystals you have used, any shells or fossils or herbs you may have incorporated. And take a snapshot of that grid with your third eye, really integrating it into your system, connecting its energy with yours, taking note of all the crystals that you have used, which crystals are there and why you chose them. Looking at the herbs, any shells, and connecting with that sea energy. And when you have that firmly pictured within your mind's eye, and you feel that connection, that energy from your grid, moving and melding with your own energy field, then you can gently close your eyes. And now, as we bring our focus to our third eye, a beautiful blue glowing energy with tinges of lilac. And you start to feel yourself gently being pulled into that light, into that third eye space. And it feels calm and comfortable. And as you move through that light and out the other side, you find yourself laying in the ocean, looking up at the blue sky and the beautiful sun above you. And you just take a few moments floating there, letting the ocean water just flow around you, its energy connecting with you. You see some seabirds flying overhead. And as you float and look around you, in the distance, you see some beautiful whales coming to the surface and then diving back under. And you start to feel your heart chakra opening to this energy. And you feel the deep connection of the ocean's power, of its energy, of all the tasks that the ocean itself, the wildlife, the plant life within it, serve on our planet. And you feel a nudge just down by your ankle, as if something's just pressing on you slightly. And as you come upright in the water so that you're paddling, you notice that there is a dolphin face to face with you. And as you look into those beautiful eyes, you see the ocean reflected back in them. You feel the connection between you and this wonderful creature. And in your mind's eye, you hear the dolphin invite you to take hold of its fin. And as you do so, the dolphin dives back under the ocean, taking you gently with it. And you soon come to realize that you can breathe perfectly under the water. And you can look around and see the fish swimming by. And you look down and you can see the ocean's floor, where there's all sorts of creatures with shells, octopuses that are swimming in and out between all of the plant life. And the dolphin takes you down further and deeper into the ocean. And you're just taking in everything that is around you. And once again, within your third eye space, you feel the dolphin connecting and communicating with you. And the dolphin is letting you feel some emotions, showing you some flashes of images of the energies of our oceans and the help that they need, the help that's needed for the plant life, for the animal life, for the waters of the oceans themselves. But all of this information is coming to you with such gentleness from our dolphin guide that you're not overwhelmed, but instead it gives you new focus, new information, true understanding of how the ocean is asking for our help, and how, as spiritual and magical practitioners, that we can use energy, that we can manifest energy to send healing where it is needed. And you continue to gather this information as you go deeper and deeper towards the ocean floor. And small fish begin to crowd around you, and other ocean creatures start to notice your presence and pay attention and want to be around you. You may feel them nudging you on the leg or an arm, swimming in front of you. And they too may want to share with you some energy, some information, some images. Allow yourself to be an open channel at this time, where you are safe and protected by your dolphin guide. And eventually, you have made your way down to the ocean floor. And you find that you can actually walk along it. So as you begin to walk, still with your dolphin guide beside you, you start to pay attention to the smaller beings within the ocean. The little sparkling lights that are almost like pinpricks around you. That are the small, usually ignored ocean life forms showing themselves to you in a way that you can see them, that you can connect with them. You watch as fish go in and out of the plant life. You watch an octopus swim by and then go into its own small ocean floor cave. And then your dolphin guide signals to you to stop. And you look down at your feet and find that you are in the center of a perfect circle of clear sand. No plant life. There are fish moving through. The plant life is all around the edge, and it's just a clear circle with sand for a base. And you find yourself sitting down on the ocean floor, legs crossed, with this circle of clear space in front of you. And it's here that you are going to place your crystal grid. Starting with your generator, rebuild that grid that is back in the mundane world, sitting on your altar, but very connected to you. And as you're placing each crystal, think about your intention for this grid, the energy you would like it to provide to the ocean, to the life there, be it animal or plant. Whatever your own personal intentions are with your healing grid. And as you're placing those crystals, lots of smaller fish and animals, some dolphins, bring down some beautiful shells, other ocean treasures and place them right next to you so that you can add in these extra pieces to your grid as you build it out. So take your time now building your crystal grid upon the ocean floor, and then taking all of the trinkets that the sea life is bringing to you and placing them around the outside of your crystal grid. And as you activate that grid, focus on your intention and see that energy moving through the grid and outwards. And now your grid is placed and activated. Connect in once again with your third eye and see your grid back at home. See it glowing a beautiful shade of blue. And all of that energy moves through the grid, gathering in the generator, coming up through the point and creating a thin blue energy stream. And working through your third eye space, you call that energy stream to you. You call it into the journey. And as you look up into the sea towards the surface above you, you see that energy stream begin to come down and through the water. Until it comes in and joins with the point of the grid you have just placed. And in that moment, you feel a spark of energy flood through the grid and make waves out along the ocean floor. Creating a constant connection, a constant flow of energy between your physical grid and your grid you've now placed on the ocean's floor. And as you sit there looking at your grid glowing, You place one hand over your heart chakra and one hand over the top of the grid. And it's here that you state your personal intentions and affirmations of healing for the ocean magic we are doing as a community. How you would like to help and what energy you are sending through this grid. Where are you sending your healing? And as you speak those words under the sea, you speak them from your heart chakra, from your heart center, a place of true connection to source energy. And as you speak the words, you watch the ripple of their vibration flow through the water around you and out into the ocean, spreading far and wide through the water to the sea life, the plant life. And as you bring your focus upwards to look all around you, you realize that there's so much sea life around you. The fish have been drawn towards you. The energy that you are bringing and working with, they are grateful. They want to connect with that energy. They want to connect with you. And you start to see plant life on the ocean floor now coming in to your circle and mixing with your crystals. And you can feel all of the energies present around you at this time. And then once again, you feel that nudge from your dolphin guide, and you hold on to her fin as you both slowly start to move towards the ocean's surface. And as you do, you feel that thread between the grid on the ocean's floor, yourself, and your grid back at home. You understand now how you can make a difference, and how us coming together can make a difference. You feel connected and have better understanding of why we are doing this work. And as you come back up to the ocean surface, out of the water, you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Your dolphin gently touches your cheek and then starts to swim away into the distance. And you go back onto your back, floating in the ocean water. Close your eyes and feel yourself gently being pulled back into the third eye space, into the blue and lilac energy. And as you move through that energy, you feel yourself settling back into your body, back in present time, in your room, and you feel relaxed, connected, and also driven, because now you have so much more knowledge to work from. And when you are ready, wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, and then open your eyes. Now look back over at your crystal grid, and you can instantly sense how the energy of that grid has changed. It's brighter, it's more powerful. You can feel that thread between this physical grid and the energetic grid that we just made on our journey together. Now our journey is complete, and you can stay in this space for as long as you like. If you would like to spend some time adding more energy to your crystal grid and feeding it with either oil, going through the activation process again, because that adds more energy as well, maybe playing a crystal singing bowl. And know that every time that you come back to this grid to feed it, throughout our work together and the work you may carry on doing afterwards, every time, whatever method you're using, every time you add energy to that grid, you full moon charge that grid, you play a crystal singing bowl for that grid, you anoint each crystal using your finger in a sacred oil in the activation way to add those essential oil energies. All of that energy is going straight through that crystal energy stream that we have created to the other grid. And you'll feel that energy moving through your grid and then moving out and connecting with its energetic other half. So, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed our journey today. I highly recommend doing a bit of journaling about your experience, about the messages you received, because when we come back from journey, often then our conscious mind is going to take over. It's going to start thinking about the dinner and the kids and the pets and all the things that has to be done. And these experiences can be lost to the back of the mind. So by writing them down and in essence represencing them here in the physical, you will be able to go back to that experience. Now, using this journey, you can go back and do this journey time and time again whenever you feel called. But the only thing that you will change is when you go to the bottom of that ocean, and you can use the recording each time, or you can go from memory. The more you do it, the more you'll just memorize it. Instead of when you come to that space on the ocean floor, instead of building your grid, you're going to go down into the ocean and add more energy to that crystal grid. Using your hands, adding more shells and things from the ocean floor. You can take tools down with you if you would like to the grid to add more potency to it. And to keep that connection going for all the other work that we're going to be doing together. So that is it from me, my lovelies. I would love it if you wouldn't mind writing a little post after you have done this journey and posting it in group, sharing your experience, because everyone's working with different crystals, different intentions. So it would be really nice if you could add energy to our sacred ocean container as a community by posting a little bit about your journey experience. Every time you take the PDF, or in this case the journey, and we do a craft together, or we do a journey together, a working that we are adding each week, every time you do that, and every time you come into group and you create a post dedicated to that work, you then add your energy to the community working. And by working together, we can create a much more powerful energetic shift. So all those grids you've been placing in group, making posts and saying, here's my crystal grid. All of that is adding and connecting our workings together, so that all of us will have crystal grids placed along the ocean floor at slightly different spots. But because we have connected them together in our group as a community, their energy can work as one and be much more magnified, have a bigger effect. So do post in group and let us know what your journey experience was, the messages that you got, how you felt about it. And I look forward to continuing this journey with you all. So that is it from me. Blessed be.